Is the VA paying? New records show the VA, at the center of this growing scandal, shelled out millions of dollars in bonuses over the past 3 years. Investigative reporters for the Arizona Republic, Robert Odell and Craig Harris, breaking that story, as they have so many others. Robert, to you first, what was going on here, and why were they getting the bonuses?
Well, they were getting the bonuses in part for meeting these wait time goals that they had. But part of the way that they were meeting those goals was to put patients on secret wait lists and not give patients timely appointments. And so one of the things we did was we started asking 3 months ago, well, give us the bonus payments at the Phoenix VA. And we've had to really fight. We had to fight for 3 months to get these payments, and we finally got them late on Friday night, and we were able to crunch them yesterday. All right, Craig, crunch away. What were some of the payments?
Well, some of the payments have been reported. Sharon Hellman got a bonus of about $9,300. Sharon Hellman's secretary. Sharon Hellman was the administrator there. Her secretary got a bonus of about $5,500.
The secretary got a bonus?
The secretary got a bonus of $5,500.
And all this was based on giving the appearance of cutting down the waiting times, but if you remove certain people from the list, you can influence the waiting times just by doing that, right?
Well, that was based on some of it. I mean, everybody has different goals of what they have to meet in order to get a bonus. I mean, what we were seeing is that folks all the way down to house cleaners and dietitians were getting bonuses. Now, about half of the amount that we found went specifically to doctors for them to meet their goals. And so what we found is over the last 3 years, about $10 million in bonuses were handed out at the Phoenix VA.
Wow. Robert, were the bonuses based on things that would matter, that I don't care what people's views are on bonuses. Many quibble in government there shouldn't be bonuses. We can go back and forth on that. But were they based on things that matter, like improving the quality of the care you were providing for veterans, or cutting down on their waiting time, or doing something that you could clearly show, I improved this here for this guy or these soldiers here? What was the metric used?
Well, I mean, the different positions are going to have different metrics. I mean, so some of the people at the top, it was based on, wait times and making sure that that you met these goals. For somebody like a house cleaner, the bonus is going to be based on something different. The metrics are going to be different.
I got you.
Depending on the position.
But Craig, did any of this come down to who could be the most cost effective, who could save the most money? Because then, as a taxpayer, you could argue, oh, well, they're saving money, and then that's obviously money saved that's going to go back to the Treasury. It doesn't quite work that way, though.
No, and actually for the top person like Sharon Hellman, or the person who's the interim director now, they've said there's like 80 metrics that they're measured on. Doctors are measured on like 5 different metrics. So there's different tools and different metrics that they used to get that. But what the VA has found, though, is that at least in Phoenix and a lot of other hospitals, is that the wait time numbers were manipulated in order to trigger bonuses for some of the folks at the top.
In other words, if you put people on a waiting list who have unusually long waits and they're not counted into the waiting times, then, voila, waiting times are down, right?
Yeah, the numbers look better than what they actually are.
Wow.
And what we wanted to try to show is that how much in the bonuses are actually given out. And what we had to do is we had to fight for a long time just getting this basic information, and they had it at the Phoenix VA, and they wouldn't give it to us for quite a while.
Well, my hat's off to both of you guys. That takes a lot of just due diligence and just being at it and aggressive. Keep at it. Guys, thank you both very, very much.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
And you can see more of our coverage at vets.azcentral.com.
Good for you, and we will. Thank you, guys.
If you can't fire somebody, we got a problem. And we got a bigger problem when a group of people can vote themselves a bonus just for keeping track of numbers that they lie about. We need to shut this organization down.
Bill Montel says the hell with these bonuses altogether. To Indiana Republican Congresswoman Jackie Walorski, who agrees. She sits on the very crucial Veterans Affairs Committee. Congresswoman, just stop the bonuses altogether, shut down the VA altogether, what?
Listen, this is an absolute outrage. I think that the American people are going to be absolutely shocked when they hear this report, as I was. You know, we had the Inspector General tell us last week, sitting on the committee, unless people are fired and go to prison, these guys are not going to stop gaming the system. And I think that report is consistent with what's happening around the country. This is an absolute outrage. And, you know, we just passed a bill last week. 423 members of the House, Republicans and Democrats, unanimous, stopping that bonus structure for 3 years. And I just saw an article, Neil, where the acting secretary, Sloan Gibson, was speaking to members of the VA and said that our insistence upon stopping those bonuses is a bunch of crap, quote unquote. Well, I would absolutely say the American people are serious about this, and so is the Congress. And this is going to have to be drilled into and drilled down until we root out these bad actors and stop incentivizing them.
You know, Congresswoman, the more I hear about this VA scandal and the mushrooming effect of, you know, incentives based on lies, made-up facts, imaginary wait times, wait lists, including soldiers who are waiting to die, the more I begin to think maybe the VA can't be fixed. Maybe it is time to just shut it down. What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you this, and I said this last week to the VA and to the Inspector General. In taking the jurisdiction of the committee with all due diligence, I think the jurisdiction of the committee allows us to drill down and find these bad actors and make sure they go to prison. People have died at their hands. Billions of dollars of tax money has been absconded, and I don't want to simply just say, oh, let's just shut this down, let all these people go with it. No way.
It's a good
We
point.
need to drill down and root these people out, and then sit the reset button on the VA and move forward.
Congressman, thank you very much. Yeah, a lot of them
Thanks,
are murderers. Well, the VA, more concerned